What's going on, guys? It's Tony from Lone Wolf Paintball, and today I'm talking the best high-end paintball guns of 2023.
And why? Who's the best source for 2023?
For paintball guns, it's lonewolfpaintball.com, of course. So before we jump on into this, head on over to pbswagbag.com. Use our code LWP10 at checkout to save 10% off your first monthly subscription.
See what I did there, guys? I tried to trick him.
Yeah, he tried to trick me. He's always putting me under the heat, underneath the camera, underneath the lights. So it's not top 5, not top 10. We kind of put together a list of what we thought and what the players think the best like high-end tournament markers of 2023 are so far. So right here on the table, we've got a DLX TM40. And no, obviously all these guns we're showcasing today, guys, they didn't come out all in 2023. They've been out for a minute, but they're not going anywhere. Obviously, you guys love them. So we're talking the TM40 today and plenty of others. So DLX TM40, super air efficient. These bad boys rock around 110 PSI. There's plenty of upgrades available for these things, but it's like a Ferrari. Out of the box, you really don't need to. I mean, unless you're looking for a different trigger, if the blade style isn't your thing, you can buy aftermarket triggers. But the actual TM40 itself, an absolute machine. Toolless frame. You got a bolt system that pulls up and out in the back, completely toolless. So if you want to obviously get in there, any maintenance needed to be done to this marker, you guys can simply access it. No tools needed. Pull up and out. It's got the toolless frame here, so lift up the back latch. You go into the front. We're not going to go all into that right now. We've got a full breakdown video of each of these markers already on the channel, but there's so many options if you want to slap a mechanical frame on this thing and go play real quick, or in one of the mech tournaments. You guys can do that easily without any tools. You've got the eye covers that are completely toolless as well. You want to take those off and change them. Little latch, slide it forward, take them off clean. In my opinion, the efficiency, how light this thing is, and how fast this bad boy can actually rip is one of my favorite qualities, let alone it comes with the Freak XL barrel system stock straight out of the box. You guys know this has been out for a minute. It's got those 8-inch Freak XL inserts. You guys can change these bad boys obviously within 10 to 15 seconds, depending on the paint and what field you're at and what you guys are shooting. So yeah, the DLX TM40 is definitely making the list for top in 2023. I know, it's early in the year. There may be some new markers coming out, but for right now, this is what we've got. Really enjoy these markers. It's a big seller for us, and a lot of you guys absolutely love them. A lot of the pro teams out there are rocking these bad boys, winning tournaments, or at least placing, top 4. So it is the DLX TM40. These things are absolutely gorgeous. Mark, what would you like to see next? This is in any certain order. We're just going, hey, this is the top. This is what we chose for 2023.
Just to make my editing easier, and I'd like to get it out of the way, I want to see the Dye DLS.
The Dye DLS. Okay, wow. Well, that one, sadly, Mark, it is not in-house right now, but that one definitely made the list. The DLS was very limited released by Dye, coming with that Paragon core. Probably, I would say, one of the most efficient markers I've ever seen. Obviously, they paired up with Lurker. Lurker kind of fell off for a second. Dye paired up with them, knew they had a really good system because the valve and the bolt cycle work independently, so you're going to get increased air efficiency. The Dye DLS, I don't have one here. I really wish I did.
Yes, you do. Move the Lux out of the way.
Uh-oh. Okay. Is it going to be like...
And then hold your hands out like this so it looks like you're holding it.
Okay, is it going to be right here?
Yep, it's going to just be floating there magically because it's in your hand.
The Dye DLS will be right here somewhere. You guys bought them all. I literally couldn't keep one in stock.
You just dropped it, you son of a...
Oh, man. I couldn't keep one for my personal use, but thank you guys. The Dye DLS definitely has to make the list for the top in 2023. Absolutely air efficient. I think they knocked that gun straight out of the park. So Mark, since I dropped it already and they saw it for a quick second, maybe it could be back, I'm not quite sure. But anyways, what do you want to see next, Mark?
Let's go Field 1 Force.
Field 1 Force. Okay, so a lot of people might be like, what do you mean that's a top gun of 2023? What I mean is this bad boy is the marker used by multi-world champions Team Dynasty. This is their flagship marker. It is the Field 1 Force. It does come with stock out of the box. The AccuLock barrel kit system, a lot of kits and systems, but the AccuLock, kind of one of its kind here. Very, very nice barrel system. You can buy those separately, autococker threaded. So I like that. Obviously, Team Dynasty uses it. They win a lot of events. They won they won World Cup, and then they won the next event in Florida already. So these things are rocking. You have options. You've got batteries up here in the front. And then if you didn't want that option, you could put a lithium battery here in the grip handle. Very, very nice. I do like, for me personally, they come stock with kind of like that deuce style trigger. It's got the nice kind of hump there in the center. That's more of my style, other than the blade, kind of like the TM40 comes stock, but very, very nice gun. It's got the nucleus core. Once again, completely toolless for maintenance up, and then this bad boy should pull right on out. This one's brand new. So that is the nucleus core here. It's kind of unlike any other out there on the market. There's a lot of grooves and cuts going on there. Obviously, this thing works because they are obviously winning tournaments with it. It is Dynasty, and the Field 1 is absolutely amazing.
And you'll get stronger if you play with it, because it's a little bit heavier than most of the other guns on the market.
It is, but that's why I would say a lot of players are like, oh my God, that gun's heavy, but clearly it works. I'm a firm believer it's the player, it's not the gun. If you know how to play paintball, you can probably win with any gun, but this one is an absolute beast out there. They're hard to keep in stock because Field 1 can't truly keep up with the demands, to be completely honest. So check them out, guys. If you don't know what the Force is, you should find out soon. I mean, obviously they got the on-off ASA, they've got pretty much all the bells and whistles that a lot of the other guns have, just used by one of the best teams in the world, and that's non-debatable right there. What do you want to see next, Mark?
Oh, let's go back to the other side. I think I see an LV on there.
You do, yeah. The Planet Eclipse LV2, known to be pretty darn snappy. It's not like a spool valve marker. This is a poppet, and this is actually one of our custom. It's the Horseman, the gold one, and this is super, super pretty. Coming with that S63, one of the newer kits out by Planet Eclipse. So that's a very, very nice barrel system. Plenty of inserts out there. And for this one, obviously for a poppet valve gun, the S63 power insert. So it's not like the AccuLock. It doesn't click in place, but it definitely is kind of like a shorter screw in for the autococker thread. So I like that it comes stock with the S63. Back to kind of like the maintenance on these, I really, really like it because, I'll show you here in just one second. Your bolt, obviously you have a hammer, the hammer down here in the lower chamber, but your bolt that clicks in is just super, super easy. A couple drops of oil on there, slide it back in. So pull the pin out, push it back in. She's ready to rock. And let's see if, I know this is brand new, but this is probably one of the best features about the LV2. You've got your HPR and your LPR located right central in the front grip. Need to do any maintenance, need to do any velocity changes. Everything is literally sitting right here in the front grip. The operating pressure on these, right around 115. And I like to say operating pressure on each high-end gun, but any of the higher-end guns that are $1,500 plus, anywhere from 100 to 130 PSI at most. Some people think, oh, if your gun's operating at 100, you're gonna get a few more shots. Very, very possible, but a lot of these high-end tournament guns have been dialed in, obviously by the engineers over there. So if you're like, well, my gun operates at 15 PSI lower, I mean, that's cool. It's not the biggest deal in the world. A lot of these guns are, they can perform and shoot 10, 12, 14 pods, just depending on what size tank you have and what you guys are rocking out there. So the Planet Eclipse LV2, super great gun. Obviously you can get different triggers for these, fully upgradable. So it is the Planet Eclipse LV2. Would you like to know anything else, Mark, about this?
Yeah, just when did HK steal the bolt design for their Saber?
He always has to bring that up. I don't know, Mark. It does not fit. It does not fit. Where do you want to go next, Mark?
Oh, since you're staring at it, let's go with the M3 Plus.
The Dye M3 Plus. This bad boy's been out a minute, but it's growing better with age. I feel like a lot of players love this gun. Comes with that new two-piece Dye ULS barrel system. Plenty of barrel backs available for that. We even had some custom ones made for us Might not match this beautiful anodizing, but you guys can get custom backs from us. Obviously, the only gun on the market. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the camera. Might blink out, but it's got like a cell phone display screen on this bad boy. So check that bad boy out. It's got that slap ASA. It's got the FL21 bolt system, which I think was kind of designed and developed by Billy Wing. So super, super air efficient. And Dye, for some reason, they don't really talk much about operating pressure, but I think this one's right around 110 PSI and very, very light. Definitely the best, in my opinion, the best ergonomics in the game. They've always prided themselves on that Dye UL, like kind of 45 grip frame. So it gets super skinny. It's got that hourglass grip frame in here. Very, very nice and comfortable to hold on. Once again, it's got that push button bolt system. So maybe if I take it out from this side. These brand new ones. These brand new ones get me every time, but yeah, you got that FL21 bolt system. Simple push button to take it out, do maintenance, grease the O-rings, change them if you need to. And they're just, overall, they've got a lot of technology built into these things. It's got player profiles, it's got internal pressure systems. So if you guys own an M3 Plus, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. And everything is programmed straight through here, and it's got an analog, it's got like a joystick in the back so you guys can go through player profile settings, training modes, all that cool stuff. Dye M3 Plus, great, great marker. Definitely has to be mentioned in the top 2023. Where are we at next, Mark?
That only leaves the Planet Eclipse CS3.
So, and I want you guys to put in the comments down below, like, did we miss anything really, really good? We kind of set a list together for us, and for the high-end tournament markers, this is what made it. It is the Planet Eclipse CS3. Once again, it's coming with that S63 barrel system, just like the LV2 that you just saw. Let's rip off this front grip. You guys want to change your batteries? We got 2 AA's right up here in the front, completely toolless. You guys want to clean out your eyes? Once again, completely toolless. We do have videos on every single marker that I'm showing you today. Full breakdowns, kind of, and even comparisons versus other markers too. So I think the Planet Eclipse CS3 definitely deserves a spot here on this one. It's got the OP core drivetrain, so overpowered. Let's see if I'm, I got greasy from the M3 mark.
Oh.
Yeah, she might come up for me. There she goes. So this slides in and out. So you got the OP core drivetrain. These bad boys operate at 100 PSI, sometimes even below, depending on how you set your dwell. So got the OP core drivetrain, super comfortable. Got the kind of the water resistant grips here in the back, which Planet made it necessary. They see a lot of players diving into the mud, the dirt, the water, and they don't want the board that sits here in the back to get messed up for you. So they had some water resistant grips put on here. Really, really like this marker. Obviously, different trigger upgrades available as well. So top guns of 2023, we're talking CS3, TM40, LV2, M3 Plus, Dye DLS, and that Field 1. So I think that should about do it for what we kind of came up with. Obviously, you could have put in a shocker amp or a 170R by PE, but we're talking the top end of 2023. And this is what we came up with. Put in the comments down below if you guys have another marker that you think should have made the list, or if any of these shouldn't have made the list. Put it in the comments below.
Where's my Empire 6? Man, you left my Empire 6 out.
The Empire 6 didn't make the list today. But as always, you can find these beauties at lonewolfpaintball.com.
See ya.